Hey, I'm Sharp Santa from Kohn Knives, and this is my gifting guide for the knife maker. If you happen to have a knife maker in your life that you are struggling to come up with what you should get them as a gift, this is the perfect video for you. And hey, if you happen to be a knife maker, nudge your friends and family into the right direction by sending them this video. Let's get into it. First and foremost, let's talk about clamps. I am constantly running out of these little spring clamps, which you can get for about $1 at any of the big box stores. Now that's Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, a lot of those big box stores, they're all going to carry these little clamps, and I constantly need more of these things. These are a really great starting price because it's only $1 and anybody can pick up, let's say 5, 6, 10, 20 of these little clamps. Every single knife maker is going to need all of them. So go ahead and pick up one of these clamps. If you want to do one step better, you can step up to the little bit better spring clamps, which has a little bit more pressure, which is nice for some. So if you want to step up, there's an easy way to step up and get a nice little premium clamp. And then if you want to be a superstar, you can get what's called can't twist clamps. These things you might be able to find at some of the big box stores, but most of the time you're going to need to find these online. I bought these on Amazon. They're kind of pricey, so the smaller ones are closer to $10, the bigger ones are closer to $25, and these things are fantastic. So if you want to start off, you can do the $1, smaller spring clamps. If you want to step up, you can get the little bit better spring clamps, like those ones right there. Or if you want to be a rock star, you can get can't twist clamps. All of the things that I talk about in this video is going to be in the description down below, and they'll be clearly labeled so that you can find them nice and easily. So now that we've talked about clamps, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing on my list is drill bits. A nice set of high-speed steel drill bits are always going to be useful in the shop because we are constantly breaking them. But if you want to be a rock star, you can step up from the regular high-speed steel drill bit set, which you can find at any of those big box stores that I talked about earlier. If you want to be a rock star, you can jump up to what's called solid carbide drill bits. Now these things are way harder than high-speed steel, and that means that they'll go through high carbon steel like butter. These things are fantastic, but they are a little bit pricey, so go check them out in the description down below. There'll be a link to these on Amazon, or you can find the full kit at any of those big box stores. Let's move on to the next item. Next on my list is personal protective equipment, otherwise known as PPE. This is the stuff that is going to keep your loved one safe while they're out here working in the shop. First, let's talk about over-the-ear headphones. Now this is going to protect your hearing, and they go on super simple and they come off just as quick. I prefer these over those in-ear style headphones, or even those little squishy things that go down into your ear, because there is plenty of crap out here in the shop with all this grinder dust in the air. You don't want to have a handful of grinder dust and then have to jam something down into your ear. That's just is gross. So I prefer over-the-ear style headphones. Now, if you can find these things at any of those big box stores, or you can go above and beyond and move up to ISO-tunes. I love my ISO-tunes. I wear them in the shop every single day I'm out here because not only are they over-the-ear style headphones, but they also have a Bluetooth speaker on the inside of them, so you can connect to your phone and listen to podcasts, music, anything you want, and keep yourself entertained while you're working. Past your ear protection, let's talk about your respirator. Now this will keep all of that crap out of your lungs. So I prefer this style of respirator. I've been using these for a long time, and these things are fantastic. As you can see, there's definitely a lot of stuff in the filters, but this thing will basically keep all of that stuff out of your lungs. They go on super quick, they come off super quick, and they will protect your lungs. Again, you can check out all of those things down in the description down below. You can also change the filters out of these things, so you should go ahead and pick up a pack of these filters as well. Again, it's really simple to change them. As you can see, they go on and come off really easily. Last thing I want to talk about is a face shield. This thing has saved me on multiple occasions. Basically, all you have to do is put them on, and anytime you're throwing sparks or you're grinding in a dangerous position, you can throw this thing down like this. I don't know if you can hear me, but basically you can throw this thing down, and this will keep the sparks from going into your face. I've even been grinding on a knife and had it catch on the belt and jump off of this, you know, the hard plastic of this face shield. And you can get replacement face shields for these. So when these, and honestly, this one's kind of getting bad enough. I should probably replace it. But you can get replacement face shields cheap enough. Again, check that out in the links down below. Let's move on to the next item. Next, let's talk about something that is a little bit more expensive, but is going to save you a boatload of money at the drill press. That is the Drill Doctor. This thing sharpens your dull drill bits and gets them back ready to go again. Most people will use a drill bit until it's dull, and then once it's dull, just throw that thing away. That is an absolute waste when you can sharpen it on the Drill Doctor. This thing basically has a little grinding wheel on the inside of it, and you put the drill bit in this little chuck, you put it in here, and you turn it around, and it guides the drill bit around so that it sharpens it absolutely perfectly. This Drill Doctor is a great investment, and I think that everyone should have them if they're working a lot on the drill press. This is the Drill Doctor 500X. I highly recommend it. On to the next item. Your knife maker spends a lot of time out in the shop perfecting the blade, so give them the gift of some handle material, which is going to take those knives up to the next level. Check out the X-Forge carbon fiber that I sell at KnohnKnives.com. This is a marbled carbon fiber that looks absolutely gorgeous on all styles of knives. Or check out what's new, which is this black pearl. This is a monodirectional carbon fiber, which is wholly unique, and you can't find it anywhere else except for at KnohnKnives.com. The link for both of these will be in the description down below, and I just restocked, so there's plenty to go around. Go check it out, and let's move on to the next item. If all else fails, you can't go wrong with a good gift card from a knife supply company. My personal favorite is Maritime Knife Supply, but they did not sponsor this video, so I will tell you about and list a bunch of the other ones that I personally use in the description down below. My favorites outside of Maritime Knife Supply is Housemade.us, Broadbeck.com, and Alpha Knife Supply. If you can't find it at Maritime Knife Supply, you can definitely find it among those three, or there's a couple extras that I'll put down in the description down below. I truly appreciate all you guys for watching. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And if you happen to be looking for a handmade knife before Christmas, you can check it out at KnohnKnives.com. Also, make sure to pick out some of that carbon fiber, the X-Forge, and the Black Pearl over at KnohnKnives.com. I appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day.